Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So, as you guys know, every morning I get up, or whether it be in the morning, the afternoon, and they'll engage in the remote monitoring using their sirens, and particularly also when I'm getting dressed to go out, whether I'm going to the store or going to pick up the kids or go to spend time with the kids, they will engage in the remote monitoring. And again, using sirens, using call horns, as you just hear right there, all right, to engage in basically trying to terrorize me within my own home, right? Okay, and so it gets to the point that they just, it gets to where it's nerve-wracking, put it like that. And whenever they do that, it's when I get the iceberg headache. Sometimes it'll last for hours, right? Very, very painful, right? And you see the New York Predator Department. Of course, when they're driving around my block or in my presence, they'll always have their lights on, right? Car number 5428, right? They will always have their lights flashing, all right? So yeah, again, it's a tactic that they normally use. So why are they, like even today, right? You guys see when they start doing this, particularly on my block, right? The synchronization. And it is because, again, Pam is going out tomorrow. All right. Again, it's a tactic that they try to do as intimidation, right? In order to try to get me to stay, all right, and watch the kids until she comes home. Okay. Now she's not coming home till what did she say? Like 1 o'clock, I think, in the morning. All right. And on top of that, she didn't even mention to me that she had that it was tomorrow. A few weeks ago, she was like she's going to she was invited to a some sort of function, right? She calls it a ball or whatever, right? So but she didn't give me a date. She didn't tell me a date or what have you. So yesterday, she mentioned it to me. I said, well, I said, you might have been talking to one of your friends and you said something about your this week about, this ball, but you didn't tell me, you didn't give me a date or a time, nothing like that. And I said, you don't have to, but don't act as if you told me, don't act as if you told me what day it was. And since I said, don't do that, because what she does, again, I understand her mindset and the way she is, right? And there are some women out there, we've seen this over the news, in which they meet, they're broken up from their relationship with their children's father, they meet a new man, and they just do stupid shit, right? They abandon their kids, they want to spend time with them. Why? Because they're constantly searching for happiness, right, out of fantasy and pleasure, right? And I tell all the time, I said, listen, nobody can make you happy with yourself. You have to be happy within yourself. You have to be willing to change for the better. If you can't change for the better, then ain't no amount of money is going to make you happy. Okay? What you're going to feel is temporary moments of happiness, right? But when you remove those things from your presence, are you going to remain happy? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to have this consistent feeling of being happy, right? Are you going to be able to respect yourself? You know what I'm saying? And so these are some of the things in which, like I try to tell her. So anyhow, so you see back to the New York Predator Department, and I'm sure I'm going to be seeing a lot of them today. right? Because again, this is how they operate, and I've learned their patterns. I know their patterns. All right, it's all that noise. Give me a sec. Oh shit! My key just fell out of my hand. Yeah, it happens. Shit just stopped falling out of my hands because sometimes, you know, that the nerve damage, right? Not also that, but the neurological damage also. So it'll happen a lot. It's been happening a lot more lately because again of the heavy remote monitoring, being hit with silent sound. So, you know, my cane would just fall out of my hands, or if I'm holding something. And usually, if I'm holding anything that's I know can break, I use both hands. Or what I do is that I basically focus my mind on the fact that I'm holding on to something. So, you know, I need to be careful. So anyhow, yeah, as I was saying. So, yeah. So I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of them today, more so than usual. But let's see. You know, usually when I talk about this stuff and expose it, it doesn't really happen. Like as soon as I walk by, I open up this car door. Right? Anyhow. So yeah. Also, I was watching a video and they were talking about biology. You know, right? In biological warfare. Right? And biological warfare can mean many things, right? We know it has to deal with biology, but it also has to do with chemistry, right? Chemical warfare, right? You have created biological weapons, right? Weapons in which chemistry is used to create biological weapons to affect the human body, right? And its organs. So just keep an eye out for in the news of anything that pops up that has to do with biological warfare. A lot of noise. Tell you, when they can't use the sirens and stuff like that, they'll find ways of making noise. I was also just doing a little bit of research, watching a video on you know, the so-called well, not so-called, about the European Jews, you know, the Ashkenazi Jews, and what we as black people, we tend to get caught up in the definition and terminology for other groups of people who've created the definition and terminology for their own benefit, right? So they are, you know, when they say that they're Jews, they are the real Jews. They are the, you know, they are the original Jews. And you got to understand that. Now, are they origin as Hebrews? No. Are they origin as Judeans? No. Israelites? No. But Jews, yes. Jews is a word and a term and an identity that they created, right? So they are the real Jews. The real Jews are white Europeans, right? Who are from the Ashkenazi group of people who in the 7th, 8th, and 9th century converted to Judaism, right? Remember, they converted to Judaism, right? And again, I shouldn't even say Judaism, but Judaism. Right, because the letter J wasn't invented until the 1500s. So, you know, they're not Judeans. So when they say that they're Jewish, they are Jewish, because Jewish is a term that you see that came into existence, right, in the about the 1800s. Okay, you know, so think about this. When you read the Bible, and the Bible talks about, and you see the word Jew, J-E-W, and Jewish, J-E-W-I-S-H, in the Bible, right? That's a recent addition. Now, mind you, right, in the Old Testament it says that that you shall not add to these scriptures, because it is an act of blasphemy, right? It is a crime to do that, right? But they keep adding to it, they keep changing it, they keep revising it, you know. But you know, we don't think about that stuff because religious indoctrination is a very powerful thing to the mind, particularly when within groups of marginalized people, right? Particularly today, over the past 500 years, a lot of groups have who have been persecuted, who have been marginalized within societies. They have become more entrenched in their religious belief system because they are looking for comfort, right? So, and there's a reason why you cannot take a DNA test in Israel. Why it's illegal? Because it shows their origin. See the New York Predator Department again coming down. See what did I say? I said that you will I will start to see them alive, right? And usually, like you go back to my video, you'll see every time Pamela has a date and she has to go out over the weekend, I will start to see a heavy presence of police vehicles around. All right, this car number is 4889. All right, so just keep an eye out. I'm videotaping anyway. So anyhow, so it's illegal for them. And what happened is that you had some European Jewish people, right? Because you remember, their claim is that they are the descendants of the ancient Hebrews or the ancient Hebrew Israelites, right, in biblical times, right? That's their claim. So what happened is that you have Jewish people, right, in Israel, right, who have taken DNA tests, and they all have shown that they have no ancestral lineage to that region, right? And that they're European, they're white Europeans. So, but I want to understand this. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm going to go into a topic of which is, again, how they use DNA, right? And how white people have corrupted DNA, how they have changed definitions based off of DNA. Because when we are, as black people, we are following a group of people who have shown disdain for us, who have shown that they don't respect us, who have shown that they, through how they treat us, right, disparagingly, creating laws to undermine us as people, as individuals, right? And how they use DNA. They will use DNA for our demise. Okay? So look at all look there. You see how they folding their mouth? They fold their mouth and then looking over at the police car. It's hilarious. But anyway, I'll discuss more on this on the next video. Talk to you guys in the next video.